What's good, Cowboy Nation? It's your boy Cole's Cowboys. Happy Saturday. Hey, we're gonna break down a good video. I've been watching a few podcasts. I'm about to go out and get the old truck washed, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, it's a good Saturday. And I've been looking at some podcasts this morning. Micah interviewed three people: Stephen A. Smith, Jordan Love, quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, and CeeDee Lamb. But all three of those interviews was great. And it got a lot of insight. It did make, some of the interviews did make the fan base feel some type of way. A lot of the fan base is still hurt from not being in the Super Bowl and stuff like that. And hey, I get it. But at the end of the day, these guys are human. They allowed to have, interviews and voice their opinions. And we shouldn't be having to have that type of we shouldn't be telling them to shut up and dribble, no, man, that ain't cool, Definitely, treat these guys like they're human beings, but neither here or there. Let's go ahead and break down these podcasts, man. So I'm gonna start with the Stephen A. Smith one. The Stephen A. Smith one, let me tell you about Stephen A. Smith. So we all know who he is. We know that he is one of the lead guys on First Take. He's basically the face of ESPN, and he takes pride and always talks about how First Take is number one, and he's rating. So Stephen A. Smith, of course, if it's a Cowboys player, he gonna be on, man. He gonna clear his schedule, and he gonna want to break it down with the Cowboys and try to fish up some situations, and so he can have be able to have a segment going on. It's the off season, so it's definitely dry out there when it comes to these segments. But let's really get into it. So Stephen A. Smith was basically, they was talking about the playoff, situation, and just talking about how, he was trying to bring fault. Well, his agenda is trying to bring fault into making it all about Dak Prescott. Lunchtime, baby. But yeah, he was trying to make it all about, okay, Dak Prescott ain't it, but at the same time say Dak Prescott's a baller, which I don't understand. And I don't know. Stephen A. Smith's agenda is to get his team, Dak Prescott's team, to turn against him. That's Stephen A. Smith's agenda. Stephen A. Smith tried to do this. He'll either he'll either go on and say it on his own and claim sources that the teammates aren't on, they feel some type of way about Dak. He tried to do it before. He'll have players on and try to get them to say things like they against Dak Prescott, or it's Dak Prescott's fault. All teammates, DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, both said that Dak, it ain't all on Dak, it's on us too. And they ride for Dak, and they mean that. So Stephen A. Smith is definitely out there trying to create a narrative. He knows that the Cowboys sells. He always repeatedly says and admits that the Cowboys gets the ratings up. That's what he always said, and that's what he admit, and that he stand on that. Him and Jerry Jones are friends. Jerry told Stephen A., hey, I ain't got nothing against you because you talk about my Cowboys, and I like my Cowboys being talked about. That's basically all he cares about. So they're colleagues, man. They cool, You keep talking about the Cowboys, that's fine. If we lose, oh fucking well, at least I know that my Cowboys getting talked about. Even after we lost in the playoffs and we got other teams, we got the Chiefs and the 49ers going to the Super Bowl, y'all still gonna talk about us, so we cool. That's how it is. So that was really Stephen A. Smith's agenda. He was very, very intrigued. It came to a situation where I saw they had like a talk about Jerry's yacht, and Stephen A. asked Micah Parsons, "You been on the yacht?" And Micah was like, "Nah, I ain't been on the yacht. I never been on the yacht." And Stephen A. tried to really dig in, and he was like, well, one person on the team been on the yacht, and that was Dak Prescott. And Stephen A. like, oh, so Dak can get on the yacht, but you can't get on the yacht. Basically he's trying to, he was trying to find agendas of splitting this team up. That's what he want to do, man. And I applaud Micah for standing on his 10 toes down for his teammates, because these reporters out here, they're gonna find ways to make news. They're gonna find ways to get something out of you so they can use it against you. So shout out to Micah Parsons for holding his own and standing 10 toes down. Now let's go ahead and get on. Let's talk about the podcast that he had with Jordan Love that made all the fans mad. Now, I made a clip, and here's the clip right here.
I picked on, show us how your growth, how you dissected the game, what you thought we were in. Obviously made some great plays extending with your legs, but just dive into what was your strategy, philosophy of how to, break down our defense.
Yeah, man, I think the key for us going into the game was we needed to run the ball. Like, that was a huge thing. Obviously, we played y'all the year before, and I felt like we ran the ball pretty well. So just going against y'all, I'm not trying to talk, but y'all linebackers, I think y'all had a DB playing linebacker. I don't know, but that was our goal, was to be able to run the ball, and it was going to set everything else up. And obviously, I think y'all biggest weapon is y'all pass rush. And so great DBs over there too, but I feel like they rely on the pass rush, you know what I mean? When you got a great pass rush, you thinking the quarterback going to get the ball out of his hands quick. And so we were able to, take advantage of that by, getting some chips on you, slow you down a little bit. D. Lawrence, slow him down a little bit. But, man, I knew I was going to have to hang in that pocket, take a couple hits from you, take a couple hits from those guys. The guys we had at receiver, man, I was confident that they were going to go out there and do what they needed to do against y'all DBs, sure, man. But.
And basically, with this clip, what I got out of this clip is, man, Dan Quinn, I am glad you are gone. I'm glad you're gone because, bro, you sold us, man. I mean, basically, Jordan Love was basically saying what we knew. What we already knew. He exploited that last year. Last year, when we played the Green Bay Packers, they ran good on us. So they like, shoot, we looking at the tape. We see how they were against the Cardinals. We see how they were against the 49ers. We see how they were against the Bills. We about to do what they do. We gonna run this ball, man. Because they don't got nothing. They got DBs playing linebacker. They don't have big boys in the middle that's gonna go ahead and clog up these gaps. We gonna run down their throat. And that's what they did. So Dan Quinn, the Cowboys organization, they never addressed getting real linebackers, getting big guys. We had the opportunity to do it. They didn't do it. And teams know your weakness, and they use their weakness against you. What a lot of good teams do in the playoffs, they run the ball and they stop the run. We did not have a running game, so they was able to stop that. We didn't have no linebackers on defense, so they was able to run all through us. That's how they beat us. And a lot of fans are mad at Micah Parsons for talking to this guy. I'm like, man, why are y'all mad? Y'all mad at the wrong guy. Be mad at Dan Quinn, because Dan Quinn didn't make adjustments. He be mad at Jerry and them. They didn't get us real linebackers. Be mad at that. Be mad at that. We had the opportunity to do it, and they failed to address it. They failed. So be mad at them. I don't get this corny stuff about, all these fans wanting to be mad at players for talking. They can talk. Let them talk. Shoot, y'all need to stop that. Now let's talk about this CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons interview.
How do we get over that adversity hump, though? Like, everyone keep talking about we can't get hit in the mouth. Like, how do we get over that adversity? Like who do we look like? Who's going? Are you gonna be that guy? I'm gonna be that guy on defense. Like, we gotta start now, but
yeah, facts.
How do you rally your QB, your running back, your line to say, yo, we need to get points? Like, we need to be aggressive. Like, we need to own our responsibility. And then the penalties, bro. They've been killing us.
Yes. First of all, we can't even move nowhere. We can't even go nowhere. We can't even further this conversation without the penalties. Because, think about it, all our penalties have come on crucial times. Like, we've gained TPs breaking 25 is coming back. I might have missed the block. TP could have scored. You know, like, bro, it's plenty. It's so much that we could fix that we have to. And I know we say this every year. You know what I'm saying? But it's none like us, bro. First of all, we gotta win. If we win, when we win.
It's closer than we think, bro. It's closer than we think.
Because in the playoffs, it's all about runs.
Runs.
It's all about runs, and all it takes is one team to end it. And, you know, they can have a good game that day, and not make it nowhere else. Their goal is to beat us. Beat the Cowboys. Make everybody hate us. Make everybody feel like we're a fake team, which I don't believe. We have all the pieces.
All the pieces.
You go look at the All-Pro. I was just finna say, you go look at the All-Pros. You go look at the Pro Bowls. Not saying that mean anything.
But we got the talent.
The talent is there.
Talent's there.
We got to have discipline. And that will to win, man. We got to be together, bro. And we got to have the leaders. And I feel like that was the difference. That was the difference, bro. And it showed. I got to step up. You got to step up. We got to be who. Everybody got to step up. I feel like we got to all look in this mirror. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with this one, bro.
On our accountability. Bro, I'm telling you, anybody who jump off sides and can't, we just going around, bro. Like,
that point.
We got to own, like, it's so much stuff that we kept just pushing off. Like, we going to get it right. We going to get it right. And boom. Like,
there's no more pushing off, bro.
It comes to bite us every year. 3 years in a row. It's literally the problem. Like, just keep pushing off. This is a problem. We win. And they just think, because we're winning, we're not learning.
That's the thing.
And it comes and bite us, bro, every time. I can't make it up.
I get it that we win, but you got to realize how we winning. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Like some of these games.
It don't beat good teams.
Some of these games, we probably get one flag less than the other team, and we was just fortunate. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just playing a complete game, less flags, just straight out domination. You know what I'm saying? Once we put those games together in series of this season, then maybe people will start believing. Maybe. And if they don't, that's not why we playing. We playing to go get a ring anyway. So if we go get a ring, they ain't got no.
I liked it. I loved it. CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, they basically took accountability. They took accountability in this video. And they basically was, saying, hey, we gotta do better. We gotta stop getting these penalties, We gotta show some heart. We gotta do our part too. Penalties, all that stuff. So they was taking accountability, and I like that. Because if you really, really want to be focused on winning, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror too. You can make excuses about these refs and stuff. Don't give the refs an opportunity. They were talking about how, there been situations when Tony Pollard actually did break out for a long run, but it had to come back because of a crazy, holding penalty or something like that. They're taking accountability. Micah Parsons, he putting things on him, maybe he need to work a little bit more. So I get it, so I'm glad that they're able to do that. And another thing, I'm glad that, it's been so much talk about CeeDee's mom and stuff. CeeDee Lamb addressed it. And he like, man, we cool, man. He holding it down for his quarterback. He was like, man, we good, man. And then basically he made a statement saying, we good. We gonna go back. I'm gonna start. We gonna run it back how we did, and we gonna make millions. People get mad because the dude ain't talking about winning the Super Bowl. I'm like, dude, of course they want to win the Super Bowl, but at this point, the dude about to get paid. He want to get his money. That's what his mind on. If you knew you was coming up with a big payday in the Super Bowl, you're not in the Super Bowl. Why he want to think about Super Bowl now? No need of talking about the Super Bowl. He talking about his money. He know he about to get paid. He know what the agenda is. They know what they want to do. Y'all fans need to stop being weird, man. There's a lot of fans out here being weird. These are human beings. I know y'all want a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl just as much as anybody. But at the end of the day, these are human beings, bro. I know a lot of people ain't gonna rock with me on this, but it is what it is, man. We need to stop being weird. Stop with the weird shit. But let me know what y'all think. It was a great interview. Look up Bleacher Report, Micah Parsons Edge podcast. He's been breaking down a lot of great segments. you know, I strongly encourage y'all to go ahead and watch it instead of just getting the word from me. But let me know what y'all think. You know, hit that subscribe button, hit that like. Y'all be easy. Peace.